What's up, everybody? Well, I think there's only one person in here right now. We'll give that a minute, though. A little unplanned Sunday afternoon live stream. Wanted to pop in and see how everybody was doing. Hope everyone's having a good weekend. Hey, Ryan, what's up? How are you? Darth, how's it going? Angels win. Good afternoon. Frank, hello. Brandon, what's up? Joe, how are you? I love how that happens, how it goes from like one person to, all of a sudden like 30, 40 people all at once. Naren, thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. Samantha, hello. Brandon, I will definitely do a network filming location. Probably at oh, Ryan, you're right. This is I did not even think about that. Thank you for the compliment. And this is a white men can't jump style hat. I didn't even make that connection. Brandon, at some point I will probably eventually do every filming locations for every 80s and 90s movie. At least anything that's worth doing locations for, or anything that has locations. It's just going to take some time. Jeff Steiner, hey, good to see you. Hey, Martin, greetings in Scotland. Hope you're doing well. Joe, I do live in LA, or, the greater LA area. Love your videos, Kurt. Such hard work clearly goes into them. I appreciate that. Thank you for noticing that. So I think some people don't realize, and I get that. You watch a 20-minute video and you just think, whatever. You just kind of walk around and film stuff and put it up. And I think that's why a lot of people are like, now do this one, now do this one, now do this one, and they don't realize that there really is a lot of hard work that goes into them. But I love it. I love doing it. This is this has been one cool adventure that I'm really glad that I took. Double Down, hello, how are you? It is going good. Thank you for asking. Donald, hello. Love the chip stuff. Good, I'm glad. And part 2 of the last episode hopefully will be up, in the next week or two. Oh, hello in England. Cornwall, England. Just did a ride through of the Twin Peaks locations in Washington. That's awesome. Hey Kurt, do you know the guy behind the Then and Now channel? You should do a collab. I'm trying to think. Honestly, I get all of them confused, and there's a couple of them that have like similar names, like Then and Now. There's like Reel to Reel Film. I don't know. There's like 3 or 4 that have really similar names, and then I get confused who runs them all. I met a few of those people at that meetup that Scott on Tape did at the Roosevelt Hotel. So maybe. Hey Nick, good afternoon. Hope you're doing well out there in the 951. I already did a summer school filming location. It was one of my favorites to put together. I love that movie, so it was really cool to track down all of those locations. So yeah, that's up on my channel. Please check it out. And if you guys are not following me on Instagram, please follow me on Instagram because I've been posting a lot more on Instagram now, you know, pretty much daily and a lot of stuff in the stories. And with that, in the stories, I've been trying to put links to older videos that I've done that maybe some of you have missed. So, because I know a lot of people are always like, "Hey, do this movie," and it's something I had already done. So I've been putting links to some of my older videos. So please, if you're not following me on Instagram, go follow me. The content over there is like 90% different than the content here on YouTube. It's a whole different thing. And it's 80s Life Forever, but with the number 4. So 80s Life, number 4 ever. Brandon, I plan on doing Pulp Fiction. I got to do it, and I don't just do 80s. I do 90s as well. Ever since the beginning, I've always said the page is a celebration of 80s and 90s because, you know, the 80s culture spilled over into the 90s, and I've even done, you know, I even do some stuff that's late 70s because same thing. It's, you know, it all kind of spills into the 80s. Do I ever get any static when filming or scoping out locations? Yeah, not too much. There's been a couple of times, but it was mostly people that were just, you know, kind of spouting off. Like, I think I talked about this before. I was filming a building, like not even a house. It was just, you know, it was a building, and I was filming it from the street. And the security guard started yelling at me, telling me that I was stealing their property by filming that building, and that I'd, you know, be contacted by a lawyer. You know, some people just want to have something to say about everything. So it used to bother me a lot when I first started doing this, and I realized that I'm gonna just have to kind of let these things roll off my back. Um, I try and make sure that when I'm filming that I'm not doing anything that would be breaking the law or that would be, you know, even if it's not breaking the law, I don't want to do anything that would compromise someone's privacy or anything like that. I try and be considerate. Like when I'm filming in residential neighborhoods, I always try and be quiet. I never go on anyone's property. So I've tried to read up on all the rules and laws about it. I think, you know, that I don't break any of those. I hope. I'll be spending a week there with my sons in October doing the Warner and Universal tours again. If you have any suggestions on places to stay. Um, like, yeah, well, no. I don't know. Like if you're talking about hotels to stay in LA, I don't know because I've never stayed at a hotel in LA. And then, you know, I could like tell you neighborhoods to stay in that are really, really nice, but then those would be really far from that stuff that you want to do, like, you know, Universal and Warner Brothers and stuff like that. You know, I would just say it sounds like you've been to LA, so you probably already know, like, you know, don't stay in the middle of downtown LA unless that's the experience you want. I would stay somewhere close to. I would stay in Burbank since you know you're doing those tours. Juan says, Kurt, always enjoy all the nostalgia. The videos are awesome. Great job. I grew up in SoCal, but currently living in Florida. Your videos always take me back. Well, thank you so much for that. Appreciate it. I had a pit bull sent after me for asking a question. A girl I truly love, somebody was close with for over a decade. I'm sorry. no one should that's not a good experience. Christopher, I did do a video on falling down. Again, you could find it here on my channel. And I'm going to do a follow-up to that video sometime in the future. Love the heart that you put into your videos. The Beastie Boys videos for sure. My favorite also Licensed to Drive video. I work full-time in major TV production and respect how much work you put into these. Well, thank you so much, Bruno. I really appreciate that. Again, you know, I love just that all of you enjoy my videos, but then it always is really special to me, those of you that recognize that there is a lot of work, you know, research and time that goes into these. So thank you. Really, I do appreciate that. Oh, and let me throw it out there, since, you know, you mentioned working in TV. I mentioned this before, I think it was in my last live stream, and I need to mention this again. If anybody out there, I'm trying to get into a couple of different studios to film some stuff for upcoming videos, and specifically right now the Warner Brothers Ranch in Burbank, because that is going to be completely closed off like any day now. And there's a couple of movies that I would like to document that nobody has talked about as far as I know. So if anybody knows anybody whose cousin's friend's mother's sister does the hair for the guy who changed the locks at the Warner Ranch, and they think that they could maybe get me in there, that would be amazing. So let me know. And oh my gosh, I just remembered that I had a couple of things that I got in the mail that I wanted to show all of you, but I don't have them here with me. But you know what? I'm going to go live again in a couple of days, like either Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm going to go live real quick, and I'm going to make sure to show you that stuff. Just a couple of things that that some subscribers sent to me that were really nice. Don't do drugs. I agree. Oh no, Brandon, the Great Wall closed in Reseda? The Chinese restaurant? Is that what you're talking about? Oh my gosh. That's really sad if that's what you're referring to. I did not know. I haven't been out to the valley. Well, I have been to the valley recently, but not looking at stuff. I'm just out there to handle business. Yeah, that's really sad. I think I talked about the Great Wall in one of my valley videos. You know, ate there a handful of times when I lived in the valley, and I told the story that I went there one night with my wife when we were dating, and I did karaoke. I saw that they had a karaoke machine, and like no one was in the restaurant, no one was doing karaoke, but I made them go turn on this karaoke machine for me, and I sang "I Would Die for You" by Prince, and I was just singing to my wife, and then like all of the staff came out of the kitchen and they were watching me. It was a really funny and awkward experience. So that's really sad, man. That restaurant's been there a long time. Hello, Kurt. Say hello to Brazil. Love the chips videos. Well, hello, Brazil. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching the channel, and I'm glad you enjoy the chips videos. A lot more on the way. Howard the Duck, absolutely. Have not done Dragnet yet. I will definitely do Point Break. Moto Turd, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Have I done a room tour of my collection? So kind of, sort of. I made one video of me pulling stuff out of boxes, and there's going to be a part 2, and in that part 2, I'll kind of do a little tour. But my room is really small. I don't have a huge collection. You know, like if you want to see a really huge collection, go follow someone like Totally 80s Room. He's got a very wild collection. Your heat location is a good one. Awesome. Thank you. That one took a long time to put together. So many locations. I did do Terminator 2. Yeah, I still skate. I mean, I don't skate regularly anymore. Unfortunately, my body is just kind of, I don't want to say falling apart, but I'm getting old. But I'll never, I don't think I'll ever completely stop skating. It'll always be part of me. Oh, you stayed at the Safari Inn from True Romance. I think that I've never stayed at that hotel, but that's a cool choice just for you know, for the historical. All A lot of movies actually were filmed there, so that's pretty cool. Don't listen to Double Down. Do not stay at the Cecil Hotel in downtown LA. Mark, I kind of, sort of. I don't really travel outside of the U.S. Because unfortunately I'm not much of a flyer. So, but I have been to Canada. Been to Canada and Mexico. That is true. The Ferris Bueller House, the American Pie House. I'm not sure about Donnie Darko, but probably. Yeah, they're all in the same neighborhood, like within a block of each other. A couple houses from American Pie. And the American Pie House, I think it's the one that they do the repairs on, and then the Ferris Bueller House, like they look unchanged. At least last time I was there. And then the people who have the American Pie House, I mean, I don't know exactly who lives there. I'm assuming it's like some type of a gothy couple because they have a hearse, and during Halloween they do a really nice setup in their yard. A lot of cool stuff. Thank you so much for doing the Revenge of the Nerds locations. You made my life just by doing that one. Awesome. You are welcome. It was my pleasure. I really enjoyed putting that one together. I would love to do The Burbs. That one is a little bit tricky, but one of my favorite movies. Thanks for your videos. It's my pleasure. Thank you for watching. Seriously. I think the comments are way behind. If you're talking about in here, it's because it takes me a while to get through them. It's a constant flow. I want to go back to the 80s now more than ever. Yeah, you and me both. Vinny Roth, what's up? How you doing, pal? I was definitely an A-Team fan, so that would be cool. I know there's a lot of LA locations for that one. Joe, thank you on the about the Terminator 2 video. Mike Johnson, my pleasure. I'm glad you enjoyed the wildlife video. Oh, Vinny, of course. Huge fan of Big Trouble in Little China. Hello in France. Good to see you here. Sorry, I'm just trying to get through all your comments. Some of you guys are talking to each other, so I'm seeing what stuff is for me and what stuff is just you guys chatting. I love that when I do these that you guys chat, you know, amongst each other. I feel like I create like a little 80s little 80s chat room for everybody. I love the ET video. Watched it about 4 times already. Tom, thank you so much. Big Mike, thank you so much for that. And I have done Better Off Dead. You can find it right here on my channel. And I'll definitely do more 90s movies. I actually have a couple that I'm working on right now. Retro Man, yeah, I do know about the new Beverly Hills Cop movie, and I'm kind of on the fence about it. I love Beverly Hills Cop. I don't have a lot of faith that it's going to be very good. I feel like that series kind of, like a lot of series, I feel like it kind of went in order as far as like part 1 was untouchable. Like part 1 was such an amazing movie, and then part 2 was like a little less good, and then part 3 was a lot less good. And so I can't really imagine part 4 being anything close to the original, but who knows? I hope so. I would love to film the Max from Saved by the Bell, but that's not a real place. That was everything on Saved by the Bell pretty much was a set, with just a few exceptions. And I already did 1 video on that, and I've got 2 more Saved by the Bell videos in the future. At least 2 more. Now, probably more than 2, actually. I really hate the Chips location videos, but obviously you're into it, so it's cool. But dude, I really wish you'd get into Miami Vice. I have a DVD box set, but I just paid for it on Amazon. I'm sorry that you hate the Chips locations, but you know, obviously you don't have to watch those. But I'm glad that you're on my channel. You must enjoy some of the stuff I do. So thank you for being here and watching that stuff. You know, not everything I do is going to be for everybody, obviously. Love your videos, and the Suzuki Samurai is the best. Thank you so much for that. I got to do another video about the Samurai. A lot of people have been asking me. I did Terminator 1 and 2. Mark says your Cure at the Hollywood Bowl video was great. Thank you. It's weird, you know, the concert review videos that I do don't like, not that many people get excited about them, but I just do them because, you know, I'm going to the concert, so why not? Throw it up there. Bill says, what's up with the Diane Franklin meetup? So, you know, I'll just kind of tell you, I'll give you a brief explanation on that. We had actually had that set up to do a couple of months ago. We had a couple of different dates booked, and everything just kept falling apart on it, and we kept rescheduling, and then she got really busy with doing some something to, I'm not sure if she's acting or something with movies and TV, and then so now it's just kind of like not happening. I'm hoping that it will happen though in the near future. I haven't completely ruled it out yet. Someone else says chips, keep them coming. See, you know, everybody likes different stuff. Your attention to detail is second to none. You make the locations the star and not yourself, which is why your channel is one of my favorites. Joe, thank you so much for that. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Going to LA in a few weeks. Haven't been to Los Angeles in over a decade. Awesome, Andrew. I hope you have a good time and get to see a lot of rad stuff while you're here. Austin Powers, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm looking into getting an 80s car partly due to your channel. Hoping to score a Fiero. Awesome. Well, I'm so glad that I inspired you, and good luck on your hunt. Unfortunately, 80s cars, like the prices have just skyrocketed. You probably could have picked one of those up for like 700 bucks, you know, if you did it a few years ago. I love your chips locations, and everyone I've shown them love them too. Awesome. Thank you. And thank you for showing them around. Definitely a huge fan of the Wonder Years, like top 5 favorite TV shows. Ponch and John rule. That's not me saying that. Hello, Alice. How you doing? I'd love to do an Alf episode. Again, like if I'm going to do locations, there's just not really anything to see. I like all your videos, even the ones about the movies I haven't seen. You doing Predator 2? Underrated movie, I think. Thank you. I always think it's really cool when people comment saying like, I haven't seen this video, but I watched your video, or I haven't seen this movie, but I watched your video anyways. I think that's really cool. And you know, hopefully I can introduce some of you to movies you haven't seen. Predator 2, maybe, because a lot of people have asked. Again, I think at some point I'm gonna do everything. Larry, I've got a few Saved by the Bell videos planned. I won't say exactly what I'm doing, but I did one and I put one out. I already filmed another. I just got to put it together, and I've got another one planned for the near future. So really quick, I'm going to get out of here pretty soon, but like I said, I will... I'll be jumping on. I'll do another live stream in the next day or two, so keep an eye out for it. I got some stuff I want to show you guys. Again, if you're not following me on Instagram, please go follow me. It's 80s Life and then the number 4 ever, 80s Life forever. I'm doing a lot of different stuff on Instagram. And again, if you have any connections over there at Warner Brothers, Warner Ranch, let me know, or if you know somebody who does. And so the title of this live stream, let's try to be nicer to one another. Here's where I'm going to get preachy for just a second. So the reason why I titled it that is I was just thinking, this actually has more to do with myself than with anybody else, but it got me thinking. And so I wanted to share it with all of you, and I don't know, maybe give a little reminder if anybody needs it. I sometimes can have a short fuse. I get very stressed out and lose my patience quickly. And sometimes I can blow up and not be the nicest person. And I hate that about myself because my intentions are always good and I want to be nice to everybody. But, sometimes, we all make mistakes and it just happens. And it's all we can really do is work on it. And the reason why this has been on my mind was recently we went to a concert, and when we were leaving during the last song, and we stopped for a minute to take a quick video of the band that was performing, and there was a whole bunch of people standing right there, but when we stopped, for some reason, the usher singled us out and was like shining his flashlight in our face and telling us to move. And I eventually kind of snapped and yelled at him and was like, why? Like, there's a whole bunch of people standing here. Why are you just telling us to move? And after I left, I was kind of disappointed in myself that I reacted that way. Like, it doesn't really matter if he was in the right or wrong. Like, I don't even care about that. I just personally would rather always have a good reaction to things. So, you know, it wasn't a huge deal, but it bothered me. Like I said, I'm not perfect. I'm constantly like, it's something that I'm working on, but there is a lot of negativity in this world, like a lot. And I'm a really, really strong believer in the fact that love and kindness can fix that. Like, I really, truly believe that love and kindness can fix a lot of things on this planet. And so I would just like to remind all of you to try and be nice to the people that you come in contact with, even if maybe they're not being so nice. You can be the bigger person and be nice to them. So that's it. And you know, that usher that I kind of shouted at, if you're watching this by some miracle, I'm sorry. And if I see you again, I owe you a Coke. So that's it. Just like I said, just kind of my thoughts. Just a reminder to be nice. Hopefully that wasn't too preachy for everybody. And like I said, you know, my intentions are always good, but I'm going back now and reading your comments that you were all saying while I was rambling there. My intentions are always good, but you know, I'm a human being, and sometimes, you know, we all have flaws, and it's all I can do is work on it. Just like all of us. Thanks, Vinny. Vinny says, thanks, Kurt. Appreciate all you do. 80s life rules. Thank you. Dude, that's just being human. Yeah, I know. But still. Did you yell at a fan? I don't know, maybe. For all I know, he might have been a fan of the channel. You know, and like I said, I'm sure it won't be the last time that that I lose my patience and snap at somebody, but all we can do is work on being better, right? I think we all love your content, otherwise we wouldn't be here chatting with you. You rock. Keep up the awesome work. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate that. We are all human, Kurt. You're self-aware enough to work on it, and that's great. Thank you, Austin Powers. And I agree with you, and I think we all should just be a little self-aware. You know, we're all going to make mistakes, but let's just learn from our mistakes. Unfortunately, I know a few people who refuse to learn from their mistakes. I'll learn humility and compassion until my last breath. You're awesome, Kurt. Again, thanks for all you do. Thank you so much, Spooky Morales. Thank you for being such a loyal subscriber. Sometimes people catch you on and off. Nobody wants an obnoxious light in your face, but I get it. I yelled at a woman for hitting my ankle with a trolley. I ended up apologizing to her. Exactly. And I've had that happen too, to where there's been a few other times where I kind of snapped at someone and I quickly realized and, you know, apologized for it. And that's all I'm saying is we make mistakes and let's just be aware of them. Oh, Macho Randy Savage Knuckles. It's a long name. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Predator 2 locations video when? I cannot tell you, but your request. I've got it right here. I've put it in the data bank. So thank you. James, I'm really sorry if I didn't read your last comment. These things kind of scroll by and I miss a lot of stuff. I try though. Fambos Utos, hopefully I said your name correctly there. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. You're all so nice. I haven't done anything on Mr. Belvedere. Poliver, thank you so much about the blood in, blood out videos. I enjoyed doing those ones. Your videos bring a lot of people genuine happiness. Then does a lot of the stress and negativity in the world. Love you, brother. Tom, thank you so much for that. Really, that means a lot to me. Candyman, I'm good. Hope you are good as well. What are they going to do with the mall in Back to the Future? Supposedly they're going to remodel it. We're all waiting to see how much they're going to remodel it. West Side Media, what's going on? Thank you. Hope you are well. When am I doing a red carpet? I don't know. I guess once I get invited to do one. I don't think I'd be very good at that. Okay, with that, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my Sunday. I actually haven't gotten to get outside yet today because all morning I was finishing up a video. Oh, that reminds me, brand new filming location video dropping tomorrow morning. So please be on the lookout for that. It's actually ready to go right now, but I'm going to save it for tomorrow morning. So yeah, filming location comes out tomorrow. Please, everybody, check it out. And so yeah, I'm going to get out there and enjoy my Sunday. You all should do that as well. I hope you're all having a great weekend and you continue to have a great weekend and a great week. And like I said, I'll see you back on here in a couple of days. All right. Thank you all so much for stopping in and chatting with me, and I will see you all soon. Take care. Bye.